If you're watching this video, you are lucky because you're among the 50% of the people who have the access to internet. In fact, if you can afford the internet, you are probably richer more than most of the world's population. The wealth has always been distributed unequally for one reason or another, but today the gap between the rich and the poor is absolutely mind-blowing. The top 8 richest men are as wealthy as the half of the world's population. In other words, 8 people have equally the same wealth as 3 billion people combined. Of course, these people are rich for different reasons. Some of them simply lucky because they were born in certain families, but most of them have hustled to get to the position that they are today. But what are the chances that you will become that rich? Maybe not a billionaire, but at least a millionaire. Well, you perfectly know the answer. Definitely it mainly depends on you, but whether you realize that or not, the world around you is designed in such a way that it certainly pushes you to stay poor. I'm not here trying to sell you a conspiracy theory that behind the scenes there are a small group of powerful people who control every single thing that's happening in the world and they are keeping you poor. That's not the point. The whole problem is in the way our society is designed. To be more precise, it's about our educational system. I'm not only talking about college, but the primary school as well. In the entire period of time that we spend in school and college, we are trained to be productive, skilled workers, because that's the kind of people that companies are looking for, and that's where the problem lies in. The job of the educational system is to produce employees and not entrepreneurs, people who will work for another company and not create a new company. In fact, that's why schools and colleges were created in the first place. During the Industrial Revolution in 18th and 19th century, the technology improved like never before and factories started emerging. But most people could not do the factory job since more than 80% of the population at that time were farmers. So people needed to be trained in order to be able to do the jobs that these factories were offering, and that's how the modern educational system began. Over time, the system has improved, primary school became compulsory, and so on and so forth. But the main concept is still the same, to produce workers who can do the jobs that companies are offering. This is not entirely bad. You can have a pretty good life as an employee. You can earn $100,000 or even $200,000-$300,000 as a doctor, lawyer, or engineer. But your income will always depend on your employer and you won't be able to be financially free. Because the moment you lose that job, you lose everything. The point of this video isn't about convincing you that school and college are absolutely useless. That's not true. School is the place we learn how to read and write in the first place. But the problem is that when considering everything, it's clear that the school and college are not there to teach you the leadership skills that will help you to become a business owner. The system drives you into the cycle that keeps you poor forever. Just think about it. Once you're done with the primary school, you cannot achieve anything in life unless you get a college degree. That's exactly what they teach you in the school. But to get that, you need to take a loan and spend 3 to 4 years learning how to work for someone else in order to pay back that debt. But once you're out of college, you must have a house and a car. Of course, you cannot afford that because you haven't even paid your student loan in the first place. But thankfully, we have banks who are generous enough to help us. They're ready to give us more loans, but we need a sustainable source of income to ensure to the banks that they will get their money back. In other words, we need to get a job. And that's the trap. Now you can't simply leave that job because how else you will be paying your student loan, mortgage, and other loans? Of course, you're not forced to do any of this, but in the primary school, your mindset is shaped to believe that you must go to college and there you're taught to always depend on that job. And now it's your turn. What do you think? Do you agree with this argument or there's something we are missing? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, hit that like button if you have enjoyed this video, and if you don't want to miss the next video, then hit the subscribe button and the bell besides it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.